All right, Mo, you have some bad news for sports fans.
Terrible news for sports fans. This comes from Philadelphia. Peter King of SI, who's my favorite sports writer, called the Eagles, quote, sloppy and dumb. Philly, of course, lost to Buffalo. It's now 4 straight for the dream team that they've dropped. Anyway, the Philly quarterback responded by saying this, and I quote, "I'm not even going to comment on that." But then actually he made a comment on it by saying, quote, "Unless you've played this game before, I don't think you can even make comments like that." That's interesting to me because most people who pay attention to the NFL, fans, people who go to games, people who watch on TV, people who buy apparel, broadcasters, writers, those who are the conduit between player and fan, most of us did not play football. And so this is going to shrink the amount of people who can enjoy the NFL and go to games and even have an opinion on the teams and games to a very tiny percentage. Now NFL stadiums will only really need to seat a few hundred people because in a stadium full of 66,000 folks, most of them didn't play football, but most of them have an opinion. So now if we're going to limit the opinion to people who only played, not that many people are going to care anymore. And not that many people like Peter King are going to write about the teams anymore, and the league's not going to be as popular. This is, it strikes me, as really bad news for players, but it's even worse news for fans like you and I who watch the games and have opinions. Sometimes they're negative about the local team. We apparently no longer are allowed to express them or have an opinion on what's happening on the field. Imagine now if the same thing happened with music. Maybe you've never played a musical instrument, but you're not allowed to say whether a song or a band is good or bad. Maybe you've never acted, but can you now not say that a movie sucks? Maybe you've never been in politics, but are you allowed to discuss, policy? I don't know. I wonder if this is going to set a precedent for almost every other realm of life. Will it set a precedent for talk shows? You've likely never done a talk show. Are you now not going to be allowed to tell me that I suck on the radio? I don't know. But if you're a sports fan, according to Michael Vick, if you've never played the game, you're not allowed to have an opinion. This is really bad news. Email me and tell me what we should do with our free time now. Mo at ESPN1530.com, or you can send me a tweet at MoEgger1530. We will talk again tomorrow.